So I'm gonna show you now how this baby works, which is a TB-303. It has been a little bit modified. As you can see, it's not like the original here, which is the real deal. Yeah, it's working, but it's not MIDI, unfortunately. This one is MIDified, so I can actually program the bass line in the sequencer and not in the step sequencer, which is kind of a nightmare to program if you don't know how to do it, which is very easy. So I just put some notes like it was a plugin, but it's not a plugin, it's a real machine. So it's not a 9, it's 303. Make some nice bassline thing. So I have an overdrive here, which is very subtle. I have some slide, crazy bend, lovely, different shape for druggy. And actually, so I use this. You can also actually program the filter on this lovely new MIDI controller. So I did some weird shape on the filter, but if there were no filter at all, that would be like this. So I can there's no TB-303 that can do that for real.
Is that just a filter, or can you do it on resonance and all
You can only program the filter, the band as well, the how it's gonna, like my bass line I did before, the kind of the same thing, which I probably did somewhere here. Just need to find out which one. It must be one of those. Yeah. So obviously you can't render a thing like this. You have to record the audio from the. So. Have a nice audio, clean. Thank you, Ableton. And from there, you can do pretty much whatever you want with the loop. Endless possibilities. And so I did actually use this loop in a new remix I'm working on right now for my label. Here we go, promotion time. So I did record this bassline I did, which is now a big audio file over here. I added some swing, which the original TB-303 doesn't have swing, so it's very handy to have a computer control TB-303, so you can add the swing. So I used the filter, a bit of reverb in the send. What I do also a lot, is good that I open this remix, is that I group a lot of channels all together in one bus. You could just bus it, send to a bus, but actually I group it, it's faster. You just select the channel you want to group, right click, and then you group. Why I do that is because I do a lot of FX on this main group thing. Like here I did a rack, oops, a rack full of, there's an auto filter, EQ3, reverb, flange, chorus. It's quite a lot, and it should be like here, exactly, start here, break. here the automation start. I just said, okay, you're gonna start here. So there's a filter, reverb, flange all together for the kind of break moments on just all these sounds, not on the other sounds that comes a little bit more here. So every sound, every rack has a different automation to build up the thing. And off. Otherwise I would have sound like this. Without and with. It's just having like a DJing, putting your FX on the master, really. Just otherwise, just the loop it still goes on, but just a way of DJ while singing, making a break by yourself.
So I mean, do you program all that automation, or is it played using your controllers?
I did actually always use this one here, over here, that guy. I program which sand, dry, wet is gonna be there. So it gives me the opportunity to really, not drawing things really, but just freestyle over it. So it gives a more natural feel of doing things. I do that a lot actually, more than just drawing. If it's not right, then I draw, like it's been drawn here, but I used to do that a lot live. It gives more live feeling, like I used to record all my music 3 years ago, all live in Trigger, everything with like 4 arms, doing stuff all the time. So this is still the way I do my music now. I still do a lot of this. Like I said, I'm using a lot of impulse. There's impulse everywhere here because I used the original melody, which is somewhere in the parts. I can't find it, but the original melody sounds pretty much like this. Which I just put every note again in the impulse, give me the opportunity to really pitch up. I could do that in a sampler, but I just don't like using samplers anymore. And so, yeah, I can layer impulse as much as I want and create different texture with delays, erosion to kind of crispy the sounds, like the same as vinyl distortion plugin in a different way, add some noise on the sounds. So that's why it's a bit sounding. So it's very complex, I have to say, but I'm used to work like this.
Sound, that's a sample, or
this is actually from the original, like this. What I did is this. The original is Melo 1, like this. That's the sound originally. I wanted this one as a dry Wi-Fi, and he said it was impossible because he lost the project or whatever. So I just drag it here, like this, and then I passed every notes. Like I said, let's say I want the first one. So I just select it, consolidate it as a one note, and then drag it to one of my impulse. Like this, just drag it there, and then I have one note. But like I said, there's a lot of FX on over it, frequency shifter, erosion, bit of EQ and ping pong, so like the one we just heard before. But with this, it had this kind of crunchy, noisy-ish sound. And this is the way I did here. But the way I do it is just then I can do whatever I want with the keyboard, and then result to a nice melody. And so I layer a few of them with different harmonies, like if it was a synthesizer really, but a lot of work, but I work fast. So yeah, this is one group here for pretty much all the sounds, and one layer group for the flutes. That's it, I think, on the remix. That's the way I did. It's not finished yet, it's a work in progress, but it's pretty much how it's gonna sound in the end.